So anyway, but this video is about the flicking, the transformation of the generation of vipers. Because I say everybody from my daughter born 2011, huh? I specialize in children in that age bracket. Then I check Google, I say, what you call that generation? They said, I call that the generation alpha. I say, oh shit. Mommy get the generation alpha on lock. Huh? I got the people of God, I speak just like a children, a child too. Y'all gotta excuse me. I come down to their level and have fun with them. Ask my daughter friends them about me everywhere my daughter go. When you see my daughter birthday come, that's all about fun and vibes. When I was in Nassau, I always had my eye on this property. I think it's on Wolf Road. It's called that Wolf Road anymore, that part. I trying to think now. I ain't live Nassau no more. It's so hard to think now. Hold on. Oh man, that far away by what I think it's still you call it Wolf Road and
Soldier
Marathon
Village
Road,
Road.
where the gas station is, where the old city market building is, with neglected. I kept my eye on that. I keep saying, God, I want to turn that into one kids club. Generation Alpha Kids Club, Club Alpha. That's what that gonna name. Because why this generation, what coming up, they gonna love God. They gonna love Jesus Christ, okay? They gonna love God. They gonna be different. If I have anything to do with it, and I hope to take Club Alpha world flicking wide. When I hear they say generation, they say what that near? They say Generation Alpha, otherwise known as General Alpha. I say, oh shit, match made in heaven. Generation Alpha, move out! We are stronger together, God-fearing, confident, wise, but most of all, ready to lead, huh?
Generation Alpha.
Generation Alpha loading with Mama Chris on Love.
G-Unit.
Hey Google, press play. Huh? Hey Google, press play. Man, oh Jesus. Hey Google, start that song over. Hey Google, start that song over. Man, my kids them know high school. They coming on the magic school bus. People are good. They know how the vibes go, man. I can't even get crunk on this camera for y'all. I scare on so bad with my kids. I have a ball with my kids. Cheers to the transformation of the generation Alpha. Get up. Good ball and Did I say more? Do you get the point?
They already know the time.
I ain't have time to talk about it. Execution, guys. Execution. Okay? Let me show you all the vision. Let me talk about one or two other things when it comes to those kids, guys. Parents. Get up, that part all night, huh? When it comes to that, we ain't about no, boring. We ain't about that life. We ain't about that boring life, huh? That's the DDO Summer generation, huh?
Oh, let's do it. How about we gon' shoot it?
Mommy is about that life.
People of God, if I get off my way, I love the generation Alpha on lock. Huh? I all up in their mind. Mommy can teach them how to think, Mommy can teach them how to come out and make this money, real money. Get up. So, yeah, so we know that in that age bracket and thing like that, these children like to have I hate to talk about this, but I just want to share my personal point of view. These children can like each other no matter what. These children just be liking each other. Enough pressures and things on each other and talking about girlfriend and boyfriend from primary school. Y'all don't play. Y'all don't play adults. Y'all don't play like y'all ain't never.
Had your primary school crushed?
And you're probably somewhere happy, getting your life on track. But when something's good, it's good, baby, that's a fact. Girl, I still have you on my mind, and I must confess.
Okay, so you deal with it where you can manage it. You deal with it at a point and a level like where you can manage it and let them know that it's all about trust. I would love to see the generation Alpha boys being gentlemen to the girl, pulling out their chairs, carrying their bags, opening their doors, and knowing how to treat them like a lady and knowing how to talk to them.
High school
I
kids.
believe they're supposed to be able to have their little relationship where they operate as great friends. This might have something to do with the way I was raised and the way I was able to, at a certain point, I was able to go by my high school boyfriend and he was able to come and have a relationship with me and my family. And that's the same thing I started to do with my daughter. When she was in Exuma, she had a little relationship with the boy named Naro, and I was introduced to him, and I personally did love him, and everything was nice. If you can be decent and if you can treat my daughter right and don't mislead her, I believe that they would have been able. I would not have no problem with him coming over to my house and y'all studying and pushing each other to excel, studying together and playing with each other, Come on, people of God, and humbling yourself. And when it comes to all that touchy, whatever, I believe that he should be able to give you a little peck on the cheek and nothing more. And you be respectable around adults and you don't carry on like that in school and you be respectable because at the end of the day, you give them a little bit and you let them know I given you this with trust. Let me see your grades. Let me see your report card. It's all about trust. That's my 5 cents on that situation, people of God. Because they can like each other anyway, and I feel like that's healthy. And I just get down to the nitty-gritty conversations and make things a reality. That's why I love that show. With the name Teenage Pregnancy or whatever. When they had one TV show, I used to watch that and things like that to make people see the outcome of when you go down the road and do the wrong and how hard life could be when you become a teenage pregnant person and when they could watch something and feel like they feel it and feel like they feel that stress, confirmation burp, it makes them more likely to be respectable and do the right thing. When I was in Exuma, I dropped my daughter off by the basketball court right there in the open or whatever and allow her to hang out with a little boyfriend on Saturday with a little brother. It's always good when they got the little brothers and sisters and things or whatever. I mind them playing right there on the court. I believe they supposed to be like best friends who know how to conduct themselves and who know how to treat each other and look out for each other and not go beyond the reins which is given.
The boundaries we set for them.
That's my 5 cents. And so I want to have a nice club for the kids, Generational X, Generation X, General, not X, sorry, General Alpha. Okay, I'll be having fun with them, doing challenges. And when you see they got BJC and BGCSE, we doing challenges involving school lessons and making it fun. So at the end of the day, when they leave, if they ain't learn nothing in school, they had fun competitions. Like I see that competition where they do this thing where they say, you do rock, paper, scissors, and whoever loses gotta walk down, and the next one eat the food. I want 2 things like that where I do rock, paper, scissors, food. Answer the question first. You answer the question right, you get to eat the food, and the next one go down and. No!
Okay. Let's go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Baby. Damn, no. You be cheating. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, you gotta stop. See you over there doing too much. Get out of here. Oh my God. Our last dumpling. What? You ate my last dumpling! Get out of here! Get your ass off! Eat my dumpling! What's wrong with you, girl?
You gotta do things like that to get the children interested in their education. I all up because I want the children pass with flying colors, A's and B's. Not too heavy on it because it's about fun, and things like that.
Gets flight out, gets no bite mouse. Rock, paper, strippers. Rock, paper, strippers. Rock, paper, strippers. Rock, paper, strippers. Rock. All y'all going to hell. You right there. Hell, you, hell, you, hell. Yeah, I said it.
A place to chill and a place to learn and a place for me to get in their heads and see what's going on with them and and what they dealing with and be real. I say that whole flicking property, I say, boy, parking it up to be somewhere else because I love flicking bumper cars and things like that. I want a place where them children can have fun, come and hang out and have good fun. And I love my little bubble parties and thing there and all kind of thing, boy. I about that life. I about that life. So I like to say the Generation Alpha, the generals, man. Huh? No more of Generation of Vipers. Out with the Generation of Vipers, we bringing in the flicking Alphas. The General Alphas. Huh? That's my era. And so on and so on and so on. We coming to take over. That gonna be the generation who love flicking God. Cause why? And we can be cutting movies, huh? We can be cutting Bible story, big time Bible story, innovative, creative versions of Bible story and flicking things. Y'all gotta come see our movie. When I used to work to the radio, I used to say, my name is Cinemarcus, It's a movie, eh? What I used to say? Cinemarcus, Something I used to say, It's showtime. Call me Cinemarcus, it's showtime. People of God, the parents want to know how much is it going to cost to join the Alpha Club. Well, people of God, if God bless me to bless y'all. So the only cost will be the report card, the children report card. The Alpha Club cost is 2.60 GPA and up. Okay? And it goes with levels. It's levels to everything in life. So, honor roll students will be a VIP students, VIP club members. And the principal list students will be the gold members. And the reason for that will be like for things, so we doing our little water gun day with our little obstacle course and stuff like that. For example, our gold members can have them big water guns and things like that. The people who just want to be mediocre in life, we can give them a little small toy water gun with 1 gallon to run with, filling they thing every 2 seconds on the obstacle course, things like that. People of God, God promised me big things, so I'll be looking forward to traveling and all with the Alpha Club. Every summer vacation, that on mommy, that on mommy Chris. For the Alpha, for the VIP, or for the gold members. For the gold members, all expenses paid on mommy. I taking my babies to see the world, people of God.
With their friends.
Hello. And if it be an international thing, we linking up with our international people doing things like that, man. God promised me great things, people of God. So what child and thing ain't gonna make it, and what child ain't gonna push if the other kids? Only way you could go on them trips with us for summer vacation, you gotta make on the road. If you make on the road, we can pay off for your travel expenses. If you flicking make principal list, that everything on mommy. Everything on mommy.
Even shopping.
I love to have fun with my kids. I love to have fun with the kids. Ask them about me. The children, them in Nassau and Exuma, they already know how I go. Okay? The only cost would be like if we have someone coming to teach the little girls little something, or teach the guys something, and you'll pay a little something for that whenever we decide to do that, because we want them to be multi-talented, ready for the world, But yeah, people of God, and for all the children who make 2.5 now, we can see you next year. I say they can ride with us on the bus when we go dominate the church. When we go to church on Sunday together, we can invite y'all to do that. Otherwise, you gotta strive, you gotta push.
No cash bribes accepted.
You won't want to miss this. Trust me, we'll be all over TikTok. We're going to be all over social media, because that's what the Generation Alpha is about. Technology and XYZ.
Are you Gen Alpha? Born after 2010? You might be the first generation that has never known a world without AI, and it's changing the way your brain develops. You grew up swiping before writing, scrolling before waiting, and asking machines for answers before asking people. Your reward system, attention span, and even memory are shaped by algorithms in ways psychologists are only just beginning to understand. Studies show growing up with constant digital stimulation rewires focus and emotional regulation. You might multitask effortlessly, but silence and patience feel different. Your identity is forming in real time alongside the AI systems around you. Want to know what that means for your future thinking, learning, and emotional growth? We break it all down in the full-length video on Gen Alpha Psychology. Why this generation could be the most adaptable and unique yet. Click the link to watch the full deep dive and understand what growing up digital really does to the mind.
Teachers are overwhelmed with Gen Alpha. They can't follow directions, sit still, or keep their hands to themselves.
So for context, I work in lower elementary. We have zero problem-solving skills. There could be a backpack in the path that someone needs to walk, and instead of picking it up, walking around it, they'll start whining that they don't know what to do, their brain short circuits and they don't know what to do about it. They literally cannot think to just move it out of the way. They step on top of papers that don't belong to them because, well, that's not mine. They are constantly shouting out. They can't stay in their seats. They don't know how to be bored. They don't know how to sit and look up at the teacher when she's giving instructions and actually teaching them something. They don't know how to do that. They don't understand the concept of just sitting there quietly. Like when they finish an assignment, they're like, okay, so I finished, what do I do? Okay, just sit there and wait for the next direction. But I'm done. Okay, so sit there quietly and just wait for the next direction. You can sit there for a couple minutes. So many of them will go through the entire hour-long reading period and not read a single word. They're fiddling with their shoe, they get up and they use 16 tissues, they ask to go to the bathroom, they ask to get a drink, they're doodling on their paper, they're staring off into space, they're talking to their neighbor, they're playing with their snack. They can't just sit and do a task. And it's not even just the inability to do work. It's the inability to follow any directions. I will very explicitly say, hey, the directions on this math sheet say to gather items from the room and measure them, but that's going to be too crazy, so we're not going to gather items. I just want you to measure the things that are on the piece of paper. Maybe 30 seconds later, there's a bunch of kids walking around the room gathering stuff. I'm like, guys, what are you doing? Well, it says to do this. I'm like, were you listening to what I just said? We are not gathering things from around the room. Just measure what's on the paper. Oh, okay. 2 minutes later, I see people gathering stuff around the room. I want to rip my hair out. It's hard to say that they're super disrespectful because they're not doing it on purpose, but they are still so disrespectful. I'm not saying that kids should be seen and not heard, but they ask why to everything. Guys, I need you to get your books out. Why? Because it's reading time. Guys, I need you to put your Chromebooks away. Why? Because wind time is over and now we're moving on to the next lesson. Guys, I need you to line up. Why? Because it's time for gym, and I already gave you a 5-minute warning that gym is soon. We just had to give assigned seats at lunch because there's constant shoving and crying and saving seats and people moving stuff out of the way. I don't know what to do.
This has been Mama Chris. If I haven't already said, can't wait to get my hands on my babies. The devil thought he had them, but Jesus said you are mine. Gone are the generation of vipers, introducing the new improved reprogram.
General Atlas, hear us roar.
The devil thought he had them, but God. I hope to see this great day, people of God. I hope to see this great day. I like to tell my generation, Alpha, little more. I can see y'all on the other side. I can see y'all on the other side. When God reigns, when our God reigns, This has been Mama Chris from Love Gone Viral.
Who said this walk can't be holy? Who said this place can't be sanctified? We wrote this one for the only. Who said we can't be undignified? Talking hands raised, wild praise, dance like Dave, dance like Dave. Hands raised, wild praise, dance like Dave, dance like I just took a bath with my wife, no Bathsheba. I be slinging rocks on her wrist.